Folks, welcome on in for Trainwreck today. It is a Victory Monday. We're going to break down what went well against the Bengals, what didn't go exactly as planned, the survival and the thrival of it all. We'll get into the college football playoffs. Somehow, Miami is in while the two ACC champion challengers are out. And we'll take a look at the week ahead as we get into the middle of December. Let's go.
Somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf, and whether you win or lose, you can count on me, and I can count on you. You know this train never stops. This train never stops. You know this train never stops. This train never stops.
Welcome on in. It is a Victory Monday with the Bills taking care of the Bengals yesterday. We are live here at the Bruckman Studios in Hamburg, New York. We are ready to celebrate. Take a look at what happened, focus on what needs to be fixed, and obviously get ready for the week ahead. We've got college football playoffs and much more, but we got Slick Al on my left as always. We got Dreamboat Don on the ones and twos. We got Alec in the saddle with us to deal with all our craziness. But first, before we even get going on the game, we have to talk about the games on Friday and Saturday. Predictions with conviction. We ended up where did it go? Let's see out of here. What ended up with the records, Don? What were they for the weekend?
It's down, first place, Slick, 12-6. Second place, Nick.
Slick, congrats! Now that the pressure's on, he's thriving.
Yep. Second
What'd
place,
I do,
Nick,
baby?
10-8. Third place, your
good
boy
looks out.
Don, 9-9.
So 3 guys,
fourth-
500 or better. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Although I'm gonna say, anytime you go like 50%, it feels like losing. Because at least if you were just fading everything you picked, you would have won.
Yeah.
And the other guys win. So
Yeah.
even though I came in third place, I feel like the loser.
It's
of the group.
incredible that we actually had winners despite I think all those games went under on Friday, Don.
Yeah, every game went under on Friday.
And we were very
I think all of us,
Were we all with a pretty bad record after Friday?
yeah.
It wasn't great. We were
The
all
only
losing
one over
for sure,
500 was Nick at 5-3. It was like 2-6.
Yeah. So we had a
3 and
decent
5,
Saturday. We
3
all
and
had a
5.
decent Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
had a great
Saturday, baby.
Yeah. Very slick Saturday indeed. But that means I lost. That means I lost by, so I was 7-11, by the way. I'm just a Slurpee loyalist.
Yeah.
Two games I lost by, which means I'm responsible for at least one nuclear atomic wing here from John and Mary's in Hamburg. No free shout outs,
think
but that's
two.
where we got it from.
Don't check the
At least
menu.
two.
You
Now, here's the deal.
won't find
I
nuclear
have
on the
my
menu.
co-hosts already talking about like how like this doesn't count, even though I'm actually doing the punishment on live, giving the viewer whether you're in your cubicle, whether you're on your road, whether you're having a great work day on this Monday, giving you what you need, giving you that entertainment. But yeah, what I'm going to do to spice up a little bit, I got napkins.
You got a beverage?
I got no beverage. So there you go. You're worried about the nuclear? You're worried about the nuclear of it all?
Okay.
All right, yeah.
We might need
That might be
someone
you
in the
in it.
studio to
Exactly. Well,
grab
maybe
it.
it will be me.
We're
But
probably going to need a beverage.
all I
Someone
got to
back
say, the
there
only
can
one
get
crying at the end of the day was Joey B. 2 picks in the fourth quarter. Slick, take us back to the start of yesterday, getting ready to go to the game day lot.
Yeah, not the worst traffic I've ever seen getting in. Got in Twin Oaks. All was normal. All was well. Snow was coming down. You get over to game day. Pretty decent showing over there on the way. A lot of Bengals fans. I was surprised. A lot made the trip down the 90. Get to game day. Snow starts bucketing down. And this did not let up. Basically all day, guys. Different band at game day yesterday. Forget the name. Sorry.
Dirty Shirley's.
Dirty Shirley's.
Tore it up.
Missed the ZBB boys, obviously, but ZGB boys. I'm sorry. Snow kept coming down, though. We got through the lot cast successfully. I don't think any equipment was harmed, so that's a win. That's a dub.
No.
Oh,
We had a victim. Unfortunately, I wish should I pull up the picture of this of Gatesy's keyboard?
Oh, no. Pull it up. Pull it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
listen,
I
sometimes
didn't
those
mean to
heaters.
slight your keyboard. I'm
So
sorry.
obviously, game day has these amazing heaters which keep you very warm when you're in the VIP tents.
Toasty.
It's just tempting when you're freezing, when you're out in the cold, the 20-degree weather, to get very close to them because you want to heat up so closely.
For sure.
It's like literally dangerous to be that close because they do such a good job heat up. Again, it's always safe. They're always monitored at the game day lot. We don't want anyone firing any losses. But yeah, it's like have you ever used the sideline heaters with the Bills? It's like a jet engine coming out.
yeah, I even I had my white leather gloves on and I put them up there and they started to like burn almost
Oh my God.
after only a few seconds. I was like, look, there's smoke coming off it. That's cool. And then I realized they were burning. So they're fine. I pulled them off before things got too out of control. But I'm going to need some. They're a little stiffer than they should be.
Forgive that audio. They couldn't get me a stick mic. I had to make sure. I'm getting all the sauce here, folks.
Where?
I am trying to be a nuclear. We're 2 wings deep right now, so I've served my punishment more than I'm gonna have another though. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
There's no stopping this
Yeah.
train.
Yeah, no doubt, baby.
Just like there was no stopping the train at the tailgate. We had a great lot cast. It was coming down consistently.
Yeah,
the
it was
snow,
Dumping.
but it was almost more like rain snow. It made you more wet than like it made you like
At
heavy.
the tailgate, because once you got into the game, that's when the real snowfall started to happen. And it only let up for like 5 minutes in the third quarter. I turned to the person next to me. I was like, it's finally not snowing. And then 2 minutes later, bit my words. But yeah, successful tailgate. And then really got dumped on going into the game. How was your section? What was your experience like?
My section was good again. Frozen seats, so there was a frozen layer on all the
your
seats. Of
butts
course,
were getting wet for sure.
Yeah, so,
butt wet, cold wet.
so I just want to
yeah.
say, guys,
Well, yeah.
next time you don't think we're going through. Well, what the heck? There it is. All right. Up, it's loading.
It's
Well,
loading.
this is it. They don't want to show
They
how
don't want.
badly
They
this
don't want to
keyboard
see
was
us win.
burned. Okay,
Whatever.
There's some tech issues.
All right,
We'll get
three,
to that.
keyboard.
three deep. I can feel the bead of sweat coming
Oh, here
down
we
my forehead. I'm going to
There
take
it
a little
is.
break.
Here we go. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Melted keys. One popped out. So next
When
time
people see that, they're going to be wondering what Gatesy was doing at the tailgate, though, too.
he was on fire. Clearly, he was typing so fast,
Dude,
getting
that
clips
literally-
out so
it's
fast.
actually-
he was
it's
melting
actually-
his keyboard
It's
down.
actually appropriate that Gates' keyboard melted because the way he was dialed in editing for like the whole tailgate yesterday, like literally let him cook. This is what happens.
Yeah, next time you think your whatever show isn't doing enough, just
We're
don't-
out in the
we're out in the
elements.
elements, and
There you go.
we got
Yeah,
laptops
let me get
down.
one.
Yeah. You want one in solidarity.
All right, so
Yeah,
I
I
took
did
3
we
down.
get? Did we get to? You took 3 down.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get
How
some
we
napkins,
feeling?
please. I'm gonna do the blue.
I mean, I'm just looking
Oh.
forward to seeing how Slick's feeling here. Because you guys were chirping these wings.
Yeah,
you
I
guys were
want to
saying
see.
these
I
were
want to see
nuclear.
these are the real deal because we agreed on atomic.
Yeah.
I'll give this blue a try.
There's
No,
those-
no, 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 no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no. No,
I
you
won.
can't. But you can't eat it and then say they're not hot because you use the blue.
Okay, I won't then. Fuck.
All right, that's all.
All right. Yeah. So tailgate was sweet. Show was sweet. My laptop survived. There's some little bit of watermarks on here. I gotta
Missing
clean
curfew, boys. Way to like a great appearance by them. That was a great time. Obviously, rocking and rolling. They had that place shaking on its head. Obviously, with the Dirty Shirleys. And yeah, wrapped up the tailgate. Great.
Yeah.
You're going in. I will say that like it just felt like Burrow and Co just blew our doors off that first 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of been the story with the defense lately is bad first half, and then they seem to get it together the second half. Now, I wasn't like super, like they were still driving in the second half, but when it came down to it, the defense saved the day. The pick six completely turned that game on its head, and then literally the next play, another tip pass and a pick. It was, I mean, I was hooting and hollering. I was running around the house. I shook my chihuahua. She didn't like that and bit me. So that's how we were celebrating hard in the Fraunhofer Valentine house.
I will say, other than Burrow blowing the brakes off us in the first half, Ty Johnson almost had the best opening drive of all time.
It did.
It was very close.
But then he almost became the bane of everyone's existence for the rest of the game. When they're like, if Ty Johnson didn't slip.
It didn't even look like he slipped. He just like tripped somehow on himself. I don't know. But
slip
yeah.
trip.
Getting all the touches. By the way, these are medium at best.
Oh, get out of here. No shot.
I'm
All right.
serious. These are
Yeah.
pathetic.
Well, I mark my words right now. In 5 minutes, I will shove my life savings to the middle of the table. He'll be eating his words, literally.
I'll have another. These are good.
Then have
But
another,
they're
buddy.
just- they're just
They're medium.
medium.
They're
Yeah, they
delicious.
are.
Then thank you, John and Mary, for taking care of us.
Appreciate it.
With that said, Bills answer back. A bunch of 4th down conversions. Allen ends up making that 4th down magic to Shakir. Some people were saying Shakir wasn't even looking at the ball when it was thrown. It was such a crazy play. The thing about the first half that just made it seem a little inconquerable and had Bills fans thinking the worst, I think, was that you couldn't stop Burrow and everything you were doing on offense was a little bit of a struggle. When you got the touchdown drive, you had to convert multiple 4th downs. When you got on defense, you couldn't stop anything. So I think that's why it was so melancholy and kind of depressed at 21-11 at half, even though it was only a 10-point game and the Bills were getting the ball. What did you think about halftime?
Are you jumping up? He's struggling with the wings. I'll
No,
jump
no,
up.
No, he's
they're
got
good.
it. Yeah, no,
They're
he's
good
got
to
it.
run.
Love
You want
him.
one?
I'll have one.
Dude,
Solidarity.
you be the judge because I think these are medium at best.
Solidarity.
Medium at best, for sure.
Seriously. Any more napkins over there for Donnie?
Yeah, here you go.
We're up and moving. I do have a beat of sweat, but that was there before.
Oh, beat it. No. Oh, the beat of sweat was there before, Alec. The beat of sweat was there before. Yeah, the beat of sweat was there before. Totally.
Yeah, if you want to see how bad it was coming down live stream, look at this. You can see the snow kind of dumping. This is like midstream. Zach yelling like normal. Perfect. So
I
yeah.
did yell like normal, and things just weren't very smooth sailing. And Don, I guess that tails back to the tailgate when things weren't exactly smooth sailing. We obviously love our friends at Labatt USA, Seltzer, Lights, everything. I mean, there's nothing better than Sabres, Bills with Labatt. But Don, you and Labatt, man, there was a little tip.
I had to answer the call. I'm trying to upload the video that you got, and it says video's too short.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So,
okay. Sounds a lot like my sex life.
Oh no, Slick. Yeah, but so I don't remember. We were trying to find the video. There's some video a couple months ago, early this season. I made a little snarky comment, made a little chirp on Instagram on one of the Labatt videos.
I wouldn't say the chirp wasn't me because now we can't find it. But the funny thing is that we chirp each other all the time, so it's almost like a rite of passage.
They were offended enough to delete it, I guess.
But yeah, I said I don't remember exactly what I said. I think I said something like, "You can do better." Now, was alcohol involved in this comment?
Absolutely.
Yes. Do I take it back? No. I stand by my comments. You know, nothing wrong with a good chirp. Hats off to the Batman for standing on business. He came up to me, dapped me up, and then said, "Hey, are you with Trainwreck Sports?" I'm like, "Yeah."
A lot of sniffling going on over there.
"Hey, did you leave an Instagram comment on one of the Labatt videos?" I said, "Yeah, probably. I think so." And then he said, "What was up with that?" And I just said, "Just chirping," kind of smiled, and that was it.
Oh,
and he walked away.
Smiled.
Okay.
You're grinning ear to ear.
Yeah, and so
yeah, you were grinning ear to ear.
I was, and here's the thing. I'll just say,
edged.
I didn't see it coming. I completely forgot about it. Clearly, this bothered him enough that he was thinking about it. Where he had a plan, because I was the first guy that he approached and getting there. You know, he wanted to get it right out of the way.
I did say hi to him beforehand.
Yeah, we respect the Batman. That's what makes it all the funnier that you have a little. You have a little tip.
No,
that's what makes it all funny. You have a little tip.
We're in the content entertainment industry. Nothing personal. It's good TV. You know, to chirp a little bit.
You want what's
but
best
I will
for
say,
business.
I'm going to drop it right now.
Okay.
Anything I say online, anything I say in the show, anything anywhere, I'm open call. You can confront me. You can confront me in person. But there's two things you should know. One, I fucking love it. I fucking love it.
Can you play the Romo noise?
Like, I'm a bit of a psycho, okay? I like being confronted. I can wade in those uncomfortable waters as long as it takes. I don't get uncomfortable. So just know that's what's going to happen. I'm going to smile and admit to it. I won't apologize. Two, second thing you should know about confronting me. Yeah, I won't apologize. I'll admit it. And I'll smile in your face.
You thought he would. He won't.
Yeah.
Sounds
so open call. Confront me. I love it. I get off on it.
Can you play the Romo noise?
Yeah. So this is how I feel. If you confront me, this is what's going on in my head.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. All right. So, anyways. Not smooth sailing. Well, a little bump in the road. Could say smooth sailing.
I think it's squash. Maybe.
Well, we'll have to see. We're gonna have to have you guys squash on air because we can't have a squash. We can't have an off-screen squash after we've made this so on screen. But coming out of half, 21-11.
No napkins.
Bills score right away.
Okay.
It did feel like they were about to kind of like seize momentum. It was 21-18. Bills get the ball back again. They scored right away. Got a Burrow 3-and-out. Bang. Get the ball back again, go down the field. James Cook into the end zone. Fumbles into the end zone.
Yeah.
How are you feeling then?
Second fumble, right?
I was thinking
second fumble on that drive, too.
Yeah.
We got lucky on the first
fumbled
one.
into the back there.
Yeah, we got lucky on
I
the
was
first
like, this
one.
is like the worst day of my life when that happened. Also, there were some Bengals fans sitting next to me jumping up, screaming, "Who day, who day." And I fucking hate that. And by the end of the game, I was going, "Day ain't shit." But wasn't a great feeling for sure. It was shades of I don't know. This happened recently. Someone fumbled in the end zone. I'm trying to think. Forgot it. Yeah, but it was terrible.
Yeah, no good for sure. And then they drive down the field, and all of a sudden, Mike Gesicki's hitting the gritty with under 10 minutes to go, and it's a 10-point game.
Yeah, somehow we were still in there. Anything's possible with Josh. So really, we were just waiting for something to be done. There wasn't many signs of life.
Similar to the Ravens game for me.
Very similar.
Is what I would say is that
except we didn't leave.
It felt like you couldn't stop them, and it felt like everything was pretty difficult for you on offense.
Every single conversion on third down they got.
T. Higgins right away.
T. Higgins.
Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
Now, Chase got shut down for kind of the most part of it, but
I saw some numbers where Benford was guarding Chase, absolutely locked him down. I don't think he had
CB
a single reception
I think
on the 16 touches.
The thing that threw me off the most was like we said, we couldn't really get the engine going offensively, but like the run game wasn't even working.
Run game wasn't like gashing. Like we were getting like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
they're the Bengals front. I can't describe it. Like they just play very well against.
They were
us.
the worst D line and ranked D line in the NFL.
Yeah, and they were giving us
the
awesome.
fact that we had our unit getting Deion Dawkins back after last week, and we kind of struggled. Now Snow makes it tougher, but that's on both sides. So it was just very odd. Like, again, the Bengals have something against us where they can just play us well because they played us well yesterday, too. 28-18. Josh is driving. We get we get 2 quick plays to get like around midfield.
Yes.
I forgot what it was. So then you start feeling like, okay, well, if we get a quick score, we're definitely back in it. It just felt like you couldn't stop them was the biggest thing. Bang. Josh Allen, 40-yard touchdown run slick.
It's so crazy. He was coming right at me. I was like, come to me, Josh.
That is right at your seats at 242, right?
Yeah, and then throws a piss missile. Yes, that's how I was feeling when Josh was running, barreling towards me. Throws his touchdown football piss missile at the stands. I mean, it's crazy because that's not even the best Josh Allen long touchdown run in the snow I've ever seen at the stadium.
Oh, classic Josh Yabba Dabba
Same
Do.
spot, too.
Same exact spot.
Yeah, classic, much like the Steelers one. Classic Yabba Dabba Do where he's just like, it's fun. It looks like he's almost taking like shorter strides because in the snow, so he like makes sure he's keeping balance and not slipping. And it's but still moving at a speed that is surprising. So
barreling downfield. I also want to give a shout out to our new number 18. Veteran Brandon Cooks
blocking all the way downfield.
A madman
Great
downfield.
Clip. Great
Probably
clip from
like
Carr.
30 yards downfield. He's still blocking.
He had his guy basically at the goal
Josh
line.
would have smoked that guy regardless, block or not. But Cooks just for the love of the game. That's what he does, making football plays.
Making football plays. So go ahead.
Can we talk about my guy too with the game-winning touchdown?
Oh, geez, cutting out the meat right there.
Okay,
we
I
just
thought
got
we
the
were
Josh
jumping
Allen
around.
touchdown. We just got the Josh Allen
we're going
touchdown.
in order. Okay.
So now we're getting Burrow driving down the field. They pick up a couple first downs. This was where it was really setting in. Like we're not like best case, you're gonna get like a field goal stop. It felt like everything like that, and then all of a sudden, Joe Burrow. This is at the Buffalo 37. So again, they're basically right in field goal range. They're driving. He like it's hard to describe what happened. Like you saw it happen. Like he took it and he like went to go throw it. And like I guess he said he didn't have a good grip on it, so he didn't like get
his
it
hands
lofted.
are small.
Well, and it was quick. It was on a CB blitz for sure. And it just like before you could like mentally comprehend what happened. Benford had the ball and he was running.
I didn't even see the catch. I just saw Benford headed for the end zone. Yes. Well, I watched the replay.
Me and the guy I'm next to, Scott Hartridge, we looked at each other while Benford was running back because he was basically, Jamar Chase was like 10 yards behind him, but we knew he wasn't going to catch him. We just looked at each other in the eyes. We were about to make out. We went with a smooch on the cheek because it just felt like appropriate.
I got tackled.
You know how I love a smooch on the cheek, Don, at a peak moment, for sure.
I got tackled by people in my
Oh, my God. Every row like collapsed.
I was in the aisle of the rock pile. Thankfully, my guy Wayne took it easy on me.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah, that wasn't getting too out of hand. But yes, wild scene in any section during that touchdown. Didn't even see the catch. When I watched the replay, all I could think was the hops on Benford.
Yeah.
To go up and snag that.
Made it easy. And then the underrated part of the play to me is breaking the Burrow tackle, because how often do you see like someone do that? Like think about that guy on the Colts all those years ago who got tackled by Roethlisberger when he was taking it back.
Yeah.
Like so many times, especially in the snow, you see like there. Now obviously it's a quarterback, but Burrow's what, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", not exactly like a slouch. He goes to tackle, he kind of slips right through it. And again, it was ecstasy. Hands. It was literally 50 yards and you knew he was gone the whole time.
By the way, I just thought of this. I have a major issue with Fox Sports and how they have that like.
Let's air our grievances right now. Any grievances from yesterday? We got to air them right now before we get to the grand finale.
They got the cartoon version of the player.
Yeah.
The version of Burrow.
My girlfriend was upset. My girlfriend was actually upset at how ridiculous Burrow looks.
His muscles or his biceps are like here, and then it shows him on the game. And like he's a good quarterback. He's got a strong arm for a quarterback, but like. He's got the same arms as I have. Yeah, there are no like big biceps there. I need to find this.
Find that animation. Yeah, can you also find the picture of Joe Burrow and Josh Allen after the game yesterday? My grievance, I got to say this right now. T. Higgins catches a touchdown to go up like 14-3 on us. I think it was 14-3. Does that make sense? Yes.
Yeah.
14-3. The train horn bellows? What the hell was going on, Slick?
I
It
think
wasn't just like an accidental little, like someone hit it. Someone was like laying on it. Yes,
Like that sounds.
there is no scenario, no reality, no timeline where the train horn should have been playing at that point, yet it was bellowing in celebration as the Bengals went up 13-3 real quick.
Yeah, the intern's getting fired.
Well, we got to figure out that system. All I'm saying, we got to fix that system. If you hit it once and it goes out like that, we got to stop. You got to be able to cut it
You
off.
definitely got to be able to cut it. You would
Yeah.
think just press it twice.
All right,
Like,
here we
you know
go.
when you're making
So
an
this
announcement
shows
on like the
Mahomes too.
school PA, you got to like hold it. Like
Yeah.
that's the
Look at the biceps they gave this guy.
What the
Are
hell?
you kidding me?
He's
Are
toned
you
as hell.
kidding me? Are you
It
kidding
literally,
me?
it looks like Hulk Hogan.
And they
Yeah.
wait. Oh my God, his face looks like handsome
No,
Squidward.
here. Let's also show. Let's get the comparison.
Compared
Yeah, what's Josh
compared to
Allen's
handsome
bicep look like?
Squidward.
Well, no, I want. Let's. Now this is his arms in real life. Like what?
Yeah. No.
And they're giving him giant.
Yeah, where'd that
biceps.
tricep come
Like,
from?
What?
Again,
the
I don't mind a
hell?
little, but that's just crazy. Look, literally an animated Hulk Hogan. Everyone was flexing out in the stadium at this point, 32-28. But you're like, you know what? We still got to stop Burrow and Co. Like, because you were up 32-28, it felt like ecstasy. It felt like you were so excited to be in this spot. But you realized like that we're gonna have to stop Joe Burrow. They come back out onto the field. They line up. Burrow drops back to pass, and it was just like, you know, like a delirium. It was literally a delirium. Jordan Phillips, unable to kind of break the pocket, just throws his arm up, like almost like backboards it. Ooh, fumble. Right to AJ Epinesa, the tribal chief, who makes no mistake, catches it, and then just ball security.
Dude, Jordan Phillips' arms took a beating yesterday between all the crowd hype he was doing and then the arm deflection right into AJ Epinesa's hands. Like you said, a moment of true ecstasy. If you thought the CB reaction was crazy, should have seen the section right after. It's bonkers. Because that was, like you said, we were like, okay, pick six is nice. We still got to go and win this game. It's still in reach for them, absolutely. But then getting the ball back right there by our tribal chief, nonetheless. Cinema. What'd you think, Don?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I couldn't believe it. The first interception. It's kind of like checking my phone, being like, "Oh man, here they go again!" Like going down the field, and it was one of those. I actually heard Haley yell like, "Ah!" and heard the TV. Looked up, ecstasy. Second play, it was just like, "What the hell's happening?" Like, and again,
It truly did feel like,
got
what
the
the hell is
ball.
happening?
yeah, we got the ball in perfect position to score again. It was madness. It was cinema.
Because like the game up until this point, too, everyone needs to realize, not much action. Kind of boring football on our end.
Yeah.
Just settling for the field goal.
Well,
I
think
mean, we
about
had
it,
the
the
touchdown
touchdown-
in the two to close the half.
The Bills' second
Definitely
touchdown
gonna feel
was
better.
a quick drive out of the third quarter.
Yeah.
The touchdown drive was kind of like a long drive over like a span of a couple fourth downs, like pretty stressful, everything
Very
there.
stressful.
And then, yeah, that was it before the eventual touchdowns and the 40-yard touchdown run. So, they saved the best for last and the fireworks for the end for sure. They get down there. Dawson Knox had a chance to make this the Dawson Knox game, we said.
I was celebrating already, and I didn't even hear them
Everybody
call it
was
back.
celebrating off the field. By the way, the Bengals also challenge a play, and they like don't get the challenge. Like, there's just craziness in this game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't count.
I couldn't believe they challenged the first ruling that they ended up giving a touch. I didn't even think that was a catch.
I didn't. I
looked
thought,
like it hit the ground.
I thought they were about to say it was incomplete.
Yeah,
like, after
me too.
that, for sure.
I was telling the Bengals fans next to me, they were cheering when the challenge flag came out.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you might just get an incompletion
Yeah,
on this.
no, for sure.
Like, I don't know why you're happy.
But you get the Dawson Knox. It's an obvious drop. He bobbling it as he goes out of bounds. Setting up 4th and 2. I thought for sure we were going to kick the field goal.
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound crazy, but all the momentum on your side, and maybe that's why you go for it, but all the momentum on your side, chance to go up a solid 7.
you are
they
on their
keep-
5-2 with in the snow,
the 2
too.
or
Yeah,
3.
the 2.
Yeah. Like I get it. But yeah, so they run out the offense again. It's an elaborate. It seems like this is a Brady favorite. I don't want to give away like his things, but the crossing routes all over the place, and then you leak him out. He's blocking. What I said to my girlfriend, I was like, I go, he's blocking, he's open.
Yep.
That was how it was.
get a nice chip, and then when Josh starts, time, I think it's a great move because if Josh hasn't thrown the ball by then, nobody's open.
That play did feel like it took
open.
forever. Too.
Yeah. And it was just that
they
easy.
dropped everyone, which I think is actually a good call because they're trying to get as many receivers as possible, but you have to get to Josh eventually, which, that was basically probably his third or fourth read. By the way, we have an angle. I think it was Carved with the breakdown too. Josh throws the pump fake to the left. The linebacker just moves just that much, which makes Hawes wide open in the middle there. But again, he was pump faking and no one. So that's just the power of the pump fake right there.
Shout out to the Saws ending the day with a snow angel.
Now, I do want to make a confession here.
Okay. You're allowed.
I bolted right after this happened with the stadium.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
39-28, 3 minutes to go. I look at the phone. It's like a 95 win percentage. I don't want to be in the stadium if we lose this game.
Oh, that's what you were thinking?
No, I don't want to be traffic. The whole stadium's in there.
I'm saying we'll definitely allow it because honestly, I probably would have done the same thing if I was there.
The whole stadium was that played into it. If people had already started leaving before that or anything like that, I probably wouldn't have bolted early. But the whole stadium was still in there.
Still had to go and get a stop.
So I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And I see all this going on. I'm leaving. I'm walking out. They go touchdown. My girlfriend goes, "Should we go in and make sure everything's okay?" I go, "It's too late for that at this point. I think we're out of the stadium." Ran to the car. We're running to the car. I'm watching it. To my shock, they don't onside kick. Was this not bonkers when they were doing it?
There was still 3 minutes.
No, there was 2:20 and they had one timeout.
2:30 maybe.
We're gonna get into this because this was crazy.
It felt like they still had a shot. I know they had one timeout, and we still had to go and get a first down too when we even got the ball back in order for that to happen. In order for us to drain clock, they used their timeout when we were on offense.
They kicked the ball back at 2:13. They had one timeout left.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So that's what I was
how
like.
quickly?
So the very best they could have hoped for. But the very best they could have hoped for was getting a stop timeout, or 2-minute warning, run down the clock to 1:20, which they basically did.
They also went for 2, right?
Yeah,
and didn't get it. I don't know. I feel like if they got it, they might have.
Yeah, that's true.
They might have tried the onside kick because then it's just
a field goal game. You need one score
they
anyway.
Had faith in their defense, I
but
guess.
Just the odds of getting the ball back, Allen had been tearing you up at that point. Just seems a little crazy. Now Allen gets sacked. When I watch this replay, I saw it on the game alert. I just go, "Oh, he took a sack and that absolutely." Should have fumbled. A normal mortal is going to fumble that ball.
Yeah, I have 5 guys
with the ball way out.
Yeah, like bread basket.
Yeah, for sure.
Not great. And then obviously first down wasn't looking great.
Terrible.
After
and
that,
then 3rd and 15, you're just take some time. And we got to make a stop here. He runs up the middle for 17 yards.
What he'd been doing all day.
Yeah,
tore him right up the middle.
He imposed as well.
Got first down. That's when I bolted because I know sitting in my seat, I probably would have left when you did. But no one on that bus is going to be back at that bus.
That's also a factor. If you're on a bus with people that if I could literally know I'm leaving, at 39-28, 3 minutes to go, I'm okay to make that decision.
I know you did because the person sitting next to me was on her way out as well.
Of course.
Also, those Bengals fans came prepared. They brought some cardboard to sit on. They knew it was going to be icy.
That's pretty smart. I'll give them credit. With that said, defense iffy, obviously, more than iffy, worse than iffy. But we didn't have Bosa's.
No,
we didn't have Ed Oliver.
No Ed Oliver.
We still don't have Terrell Bernard.
No Tree B.
Can those 3 solve these defensive problems? Because I know there's at least a little concern about the defense.
I hope so.
Yeah, and the more help, the better. I was actually surprised with one of the most reliable guys on Buffalo's defense, Matt Milano, didn't really have a good game. He kind of got blown up a couple times, missed tackles, guys running through him. Seemed just out of position a bunch. So I don't know if more is being asked of him because we don't have TB, but I'm it can't hurt getting them back. I also think, I just think too, Cincinnati's offensive coordinator just has our defensive number. He's just the McDermott buster. I don't know how else to describe it.
Can I say this too, though? I don't know what you guys thought, but it felt like we were being a lot more aggressive on defense from the from the Christian Benford quarter blitz at the end of the first half on, we were being more aggressive. Like, we were making them make plays versus in the first half, we were sitting back. Burrow was buying time, and he was just dropping like darts in there.
Same story where we're playing 5 yards off the receivers again. We started getting more physical. That helped. But, yeah, and two, again, Cincinnati, I mean, they're offensively, they're stacked. They got a great team. They got 2 great wide receivers. They have a great running back. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league and a solid tight end. Normally, the complaint is their offensive line, which actually did pretty good. So, I don't know. Them giving up, what was it, 32 points? 34
39,
points?
yeah.
Giving up 34 points.
The Bills. Yes.
Yeah, we gave up 34. I'm just going to move on and have faith in this defense.
And so here's the thing.
Say we played a good team.
It is insane.
You said it earlier, though. We've been a great second half team. I think we have a plus 95 point differential in the second half. It averages out to about, we win the second half by about 7 points every time, which is pretty massive in the scheme of the NFL. I was looking up some stuff, though, and I had a troublesome number that I found. The most troublesome. It's the thing the Bills have to fix if we're going to make a run. This is what it is. Not even the whole first half. It's the second quarter of every game. This year in the second quarter of games, if you made them their own game, we're 3-8-2. Ooh. We almost always lose the second quarter. I don't know if that's us losing momentum. I don't know if it's the other team not having a good game plan. Again, the second quarter sounds like a weird area because if you're playing great in the third and fourth, it kind of evens it out. Well, here's a chance. If you're the best second half team in the NFL, why wouldn't you fix the first half, right? So I look at the second quarter, and that was what stood out to me because I was looking at the game yesterday. It just felt like they got buckled in that second half, too.
What were the first quarters? Was there a bunch of ties in the first quarters?
The Bills tend to do reasonably well in the first quarter. It's a push, or like but just think about their overall record.
So they do start well.
Well, think about it. The Bills are 9-4.
Yeah.
And I just told you that for 25% of the games, they basically lose those 3-8-2.
Yeah.
So that shows how well they've been in the first, third, and fourth quarters. But you got to get better in the second quarter.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I was kind of like trying to allude that to, are we just starting slow? Are we unprepared? But if we're doing well in the first quarter and then just dropping off completely in the second, questions definitely need to be answered, not just after halftime.
Defensively, too, it could be adjustments are made. We see the offense they're running, and we react to it.
So it seems like they're getting the first glimpse. Then they start to do a little bit better against our offense, and we're getting the first glimpse and not taking advantage in that second quarter. That's what it seems to me.
For sure. Not capitalizing right away. And like you said, Don,
the adjustments of halftime have been money all year.
This is why we need to be in the press room. We got to be asking McDermott about this. No one's asking about the second quarter.
Nobody's talking about the second quarter.
No one's asking about the second quarter.
Who's going to have the courage to ask about the second quarter?
Someone bring up the second quarter.
I know a guy that would ask.
Yes, seriously. Okay. A professional, for sure. Speaking of professionals, I had this point written down. Obviously, around the NFL yesterday, I mean, the class has kind of been sorting itself out for a little bit. The Kansas City Chiefs seem like they're done. They're 6-7.
Yeah.
They seem like they're done. They got shut out in the first half in Arrowhead. It was the Texans. Not great football. But I want to look at the futures right now from our friends at Polymarket real quick.
Got to give the Texans props, though, too. That was a great game by them.
The Texans are now owned.
That was the controversy with me last night.
Texans are the 8th Super Bowl favorite now.
Yeah, so
that's what I mean. So I just want to remind you, like it was Davis Mills we faced, but literally they're the 8th Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah, they got CJ Stroud back and like you just put a foot in the dynasty, basically.
I said it last week. I'm like, Texans just beat the Colts. Do we feel not as bad about that Texans game? Now they take down the Chiefs. Not only did they take them down, Mahomes threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
0 TDs, I'm pretty sure. 0. What?
Yeah. Has he ever gone 0 TDs, 3 interceptions?
You saw the last one, right?
No.
Kelsey Bobble.
Oh, maybe I did see that. Yeah.
But no, but just the perfect poetic way to do it for sure. I would definitely be interested in that. Right, can't imagine it's possible.
Yeah. 0 TDs, 3 interceptions, 2 sacks, QB rating of 19.8.
Love it.
I mean, that defense is for real.
That defense is absolutely for real, and the Chiefs' offense isn't what it's been in years past. That's for sure. We'll see, but they're now on the chopping block. I think one more loss, and they're basically out.
They're
think
toast. I mean, that was the thing too.
I think
with
they're
the
out now. The AFC South
they got to be out.
is exactly what I said about the
Now the,
AFC South.
Pittsburgh Steelers are in first place in the AFC North, but the Chiefs have better Super Bowl odds than the Steelers.
Yeah, that doesn't even surprise me.
I mean,
It's just very funny. All right, but real quick, on Polymarket, there's 8 teams with 20-1 or below odds. So who are those 8 teams?
Like 8 favorites?
Yeah. Who are the
you
8
said
favorites?
you said
So
Texans
are 8.
Bills are in there.
Bills are in
Chiefs are in there.
Who?
Chiefs?
No, they're out. Chiefs are now the 15th best odds.
Oh, well, you said they still had better than the Steelers.
They bet the Steelers. Steelers are 75-1. Yeah.
Patriots.
Patriots.
Jags.
NFC.
Patriots.
Seahawks?
Rams. Seahawks.
Rams. Team that won yesterday versus their division rival.
Philly.
And then one more. We forgot Broncos.
Bears?
Broncos.
No,
and then
not the Bears.
Packers. Broncos and Packers.
Oh, wow.
So
Packers got
Rams,
up there.
Packers, Seahawks, Bills, Eagles, Broncos, Patriots, Texans. All of those teams, those are the only teams with odds 20-1 or below on Polymarket.
So it really is.
So you're down to like that quarter of the pool.
And that, like, if
One of those teams is very, very likely going to win the Super Bowl.
Yes. Like, if the 8th is 20-1, then basically they're just saying whoever has a pretty good shot in this field.
Yeah, they're saying the Rams have very good odds because the Rams are basically at 4-ish to 1.
Yeah.
And the Packers, Seahawks, Bills, Eagles, Broncos, Patriots are all between 8 to 10-1.
That was the thing in the
Bills
Texans.
favorites to win the AFC conference.
That was the thing, too, with the game last night, though, with the AFC
That's
picture. It's like,
Oh, yeah, the
do
Bills are
we
definitely favored
actually
there.
want the Texans to win? Like, I know that, like, we were praying on the Chiefs' downfall and exit from playoff contention, but, like, the Texans are now creeping up there.
Yes,
because
because, like I was saying, I think they play the Colts twice.
Yeah.
So I want blood in the AFC
Oh my
South.
gosh.
I want them to beat each other up in divisional games.
We get like 2 ties.
Think about this. They're always tougher games. They're more physical. You have that each of them playing like 2 or 3 divisional games left in these games left. Injuries. They're going to beat each other up going into the playoffs. Like,
don't they have the Jags too, or am I wrong?
The Colts or the Texans?
Texans.
I think they do play games on there, don't they? I don't know.
I think the Jags play the Colts twice, one of them being yesterday.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, so Colts' last 2 games are Jags Texans.
Yeah, it's Jags Texans. They're both at basically 40-ish%
I mean,
to
you kind
win
of
or
called the
50%.
Colts storyline from the beginning of the season.
It's always when is the time to hit, because even if you've done it against the Chiefs a couple weeks ago, the Chiefs didn't cover the -3.5.
Oh my gosh,
They only
can you
won
imagine
3.
your Polymarket stock?
Yeah.
When the Colts were.
Yeah. But looking around
Thoughts
the
and
rest of the
prayers to
league,
Daniel Jones.
you see that Baker Mayfield threw a 3-yard pass on 4th and 4?
Did not see this.
It's outstanding. He was kind of like getting hurried, but he threw a 3-yard pass. It was, excuse me. Ooh, those atomic wings are coming up. Yep. See, Slick needs to stay cool over there. And maybe the most ironic thing ever, Aaron Rodgers, after a big win, says sometimes people need to shut up.
What was the context? I didn't see this clip.
I think he was talking about the reporters, who were saying things Tomlin should be fired, of the past week. And again, who stoked those fires?
Yeah.
Who put those in? It was absolutely we're all looking for the guy who did this. Exactly like you said. Browns Titans play a crazy game. Should Browns have started Shedeur day one? I put this up as a topic for you guys. It seems like yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Should have let him get his bumps this year so you could really figure out. Now they're going to be caught in a spot where he looked real good. He's the guy. Now, again, he's going to get the full offseason preparation, but they would have really known if they had just gone into it this year.
This year, for sure. I mean, such a mess that quarterback room was.
Flacco, Gabriel, Sanders.
I mean, the fact they drafted Gabriel and Sanders to begin with, just you knew it was going to be something going into the offseason. So, yeah, I really don't, especially with Flacco on the bench. If you
we literally have breaking news right now.
Breaking news.
At the same time, it is Shedeur Sanders related. Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, and Tom Bellicero all tweet out. Kevin Stefanski makes it official. Shedeur Sanders, QB1 the rest of the way.
Wow.
What a risk. What a risk.
Dare I say, perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah, not only should he
About time.
he should have been starting all season, but also what's up with not having him in on fourth or for that
For the
2-point conversion?
I don't hate that because I think they had a good play on it, but again, you take the ball out of your guy's hand who's like doing it all. And Judkins has been very good.
It was a good play, but they didn't know what they wasn't he supposed to like hand off a reverse and
So he went to go do it, and the guy, like the end came with the guy almost. Like, so if he had done it, it would have been like picked.
Yeah.
So again, the play got blown up. It was a terrible execution, terrible play. It was kind of like our fourth down play yesterday when we tried to do the dive with Allen or whatever, third down, 3rd and 2, lost the yards. Again, it was bad execution, bad play. Definitely, like, I see what they were going for. Judkins has been very good for them. But yeah, just bad timing there. You want your guy to make the play or win it. Jameis Winston guest analyst debut. I didn't even know this happened.
Yeah,
Wait,
he was
what?
on Fox. It was electric.
He's allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Wait, isn't he on a team?
He's on the
Yeah,
Giants. He literally just started like last week.
No, he's their third QB.
So you're just standing on the sidelines talking?
And the Giants played Monday, right? So the Giants were off.
Got you.
So
Yeah.
not started, but he had a crazy play. Like he was literally playing a week
we
or two
can't
ago.
show the clips, obviously, because that's Fox property. But yeah, you got to see.
So he's still in pads with a mic.
No, he's
That would
wearing
be
a
awesome,
suit.
though.
He's wearing a suit
was
on
gonna
set. I was shocked too. I'm like,
Oh, he's on the set?
Did he? Yeah, I'm like, did he retire?
Shouldn't-
Did he retire and just jump on it? But all I
sure
got,
they did.
all
They
I
didn't
gotta
play
say
us.
is,
Okay, yeah.
if he's not going away, if you thought his sound bites were good on the field, I think he's found his real calling because he was great. I want more of Jameis Winston at the desk, being an analyst, talking to people. It was electric. He's born for it. He's made for it.
Jameis Winston is a born entertainer. That's how I felt when I was walking into the Ralph yesterday. I was like, I'm so blessed that the Lord blessed me to play in some snow today.
Yeah, and
This guy, man.
and he is just like Mr. Positive about everything. Like he's talking about how he can learn things from Jackson Dart. And just, he's the third string QB. And like, we've seen it, other people, be ugly. He's just talking about how he wants to learn from him and Russell Wilson and how amazing everyone is. And it's just great. And it's genuine too. I feel like a lot of people are like, be positive for the camera, but I feel like he's just a genuinely.
As long as I
guy.
can remember, he's been that like one of those guys that everyone can warm up to, no matter what team he's on or who you're playing against.
He did yell the one thing in the quad that one time. that back then wasn't very politically correct.
Crab legs.
Yes, crab legs, for sure.
I was hungry.
With that said, so obviously that's a cap on a great weekend yesterday. Weekend recap, though. You boys took SantaCon by storm on Saturday while we were holding it down at TSE. How was that?
Mayhem.
Not somewhere I normally want to spend my time, but we got it done. We went into the belly of the beast. I've never felt older, I think, than when I walked into Soho and I thought everyone in there was, in high school.
Allegedly.
Apparently they're all 21, so good for them.
The IDs said so. So
yeah. We had to push the eject button, get out of there as soon as possible. Unfortunately, was met with 2 versions of full frontal female nudity in the alleyway from people relieving themselves.
We did walk right in on this.
Yeah, you're talking about a back alley though. Just for the Clippers out there, for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Just so people know, these gals were behind a dumpster.
I do feel victimized though, but
you said they started casual conversation after, so they were like,
that's what I mean. They were fine with it. I was
behind a dumpster.
I was assaulted.
Yeah, I mean, Alec, you ever peed behind a dumpster?
He's not a woman.
All right. Well, no, I'm saying you start conversation and people are like, why? How do you do it?
I mean, not.
They were done peeing.
Okay,
Yeah.
not during the stream.
Women have it tough.
Double entendre.
Not during the stream.
Double entendre.
I mean, women
He said
have it
not
tough
during the
if you're
stream.
not wearing a skirt. If you're wearing pants, you just got to basically be nude from the bottom down to piss. So that sucks. But yeah, it sucks that I did see that.
We get out of
as
that
a
one
married
bar,
man,
which is shoulder to shoulder. We were trying to get out to the balcony. I look at Don. It's just a no-go. Thankfully, we found our ice whiskey people in venue. And
Venue was
the rest
electric.
was smooth sailing.
Venue was sick. Rec room made a stop in there.
Yep.
Got lots of people
DJ
Hyped on the
Bianco
ice whiskey.
shredding the
Shout out
turntables.
Chippewa, shout out Ice Whiskey. Sounds like it was a good time at
Yeah.
SantaCon for
Yeah,
sure.
how TSC event?
Yeah, so
all
TSC Buffalo.
Buddy's Rescue.
We
looked
did
like
this
some
under the
puppies.
radar, but we called up Luke Herman off the practice squad to make his
Let's go.
Trainwreck
Saw
debut.
this.
We'll see great performance
You got
by him.
permission slip signed.
Analytics, analysts are saying he needs a couple more reps, but he's doing well. He's doing well for sure. He did a great job on Saturday. So did intern Carson as well. Got to hang out with Christian Benford, AJ Epinesa before their big Sundays.
How funny is Ty for doubling down on the double pump?
He loves the double pump.
I told his brother, I was like, bro, that's a quad pump at this point. When you
Yeah.
double down.
You're doubling up on the double pump, that's for sure. We got the Sabres tonight. They'll look to bounce back, obviously. Big other from the weekend, college-wise, is UB fell to Bonaventure. The Bonnie Olean is like literally rejoicing. I think there was a parade today. And then the
Probably the most exciting thing to happen to Olean in years.
college football playoff. You two were talking about this before. Miami's in.
Yeah, you got the chaos you wish for. Duke beats Virginia, blows the whole thing up. Notre Dame's out. And on top of that, what do they say? Keep your fucking bowl game. We're not doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have officially announced we're not playing. We're not playing in a loser's bowl
The
game.
only thing,
Pretty pouty of them.
I
yeah,
think
very
that's-
pouty.
I
And the
think
only
it's
thing I
pretty
wonder is
stupid.
like, first off, isn't the whole team in the portal now? By the way, I heard too.
Probably. But like, why at least like let your third stringers play? They've been
And
sitting
what
on the
about
bench
what about
all
your Notre
season.
Dame seniors? Like, who this is going to be their last game?
Yeah,
Oh, no, they're done.
there's no way this is a full unanimous
Yeah.
53-man decision.
Yeah,
There's just no way.
crazy.
Now the crazy thing for me is we got Indiana as the 1 seed. They upset Ohio State. Close game,
I think
great
they deserve
game.
it. They deserve it.
They deserved it. I feel like looking at the bracket though, is this like the bracket works as is, right? It doesn't
Can we pull
change
the bracket
based
up,
on
or is
ranking.
that image like this?
Well, it's I don't know if I should because it's
Yeah,
owned
jump
by
in.
College
Yeah,
Football
jump.
Playoff Committee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to make my own.
Maybe on ass.
But so Indiana's got the bye, then they play the winner of Alabama or Oklahoma, while Ohio State plays A&M or Miami. I feel like Indiana kind of got boned there.
Who did-
I'd rather play A&M or Miami.
What's the Oregon
honestly.
matchup again?
What's that?
What's the Oregon matchup?
Oregon JMU. JMU
Yeah, dude,
sneaks in
that's-
after not covering.
That's gonna be a fun game.
Yeah,
I don't
I mean,
know.
JMU has nothing to lose.
And Tulane.
Tulane in there too.
Tulane
Dude,
versus
this is-
Old Miss.
This is why NIL has made college football awesome, as well as expanding to a simple, bigger college foottle playoff.
Well,
A
but there
four-team
are
playoff was always very silly to me.
so the devil's advocate, though, it is what people would say. So stand by. They would say, well, why don't you just do where the hell is all the FBS? Basically, the top 4 playoff this year would have been Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, and Texas Tech, right?
Yep.
That probably is going to end up what it is anyways. Now, last year, if you remember, all the bye teams got smoked.
Yeah.
Remember? Every team with a bye got smoked.
Yeah. Well, things got all shook up because Ohio State lost to Michigan. But yeah, I think, and even the big favorites, who was it? Arizona State played that like barely escaped in overtime.
Oh,
Texas.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, well,
Texas.
yeah, it was.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. I think this year I will say the top 4 is right. Last year Ohio State should have been in the top 4, but they lose to Michigan, bump themselves. I think they got it
Can you
right
imagine
this
if they were
year.
just like the top 4 is right? We're not doing the whole playoff. It'd be pretty good. It'd be pretty good if like someone was there to make that decision. We don't need to do all this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Alabama stays in. A lot of people thought they might get bumped because they got
I think they're going to get smoked. Who do
Yeah.
they play?
Oklahoma.
Eh,
That's
It's an
an
8 and 9 seed.
I do like Oklahoma, actually.
Oklahoma. They got the old Clemson defensive coordinator. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know the spread on that, too. Probably only like, I'd say Oklahoma by
See,
3.
well,
It's basically
that
a
game's a
pick 'em.
9.
Oh, wow.
41, and Oklahoma's a small favorite.
Well, okay. There you go.
I think that's about right. Alabama
Probably.
couldn't do anything against Georgia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I would have guessed they would Oklahoma by
Oklahoma's
3.
even more defensive for sure.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. You've got DeBoer and everything going on there. So we got some wind down stories here before we get into who's hot and who's not, and kind of the end of our show. Oh my God, I didn't even get the hands on it. AI model scams Matt Barnes out of 61K. Did you guys look into this at all?
Yeah.
I know he sent you the link.
So
Apparently,
I saw a bit.
he broke up with a girlfriend and then got back together with her. And in the meantime, someone with AI like started saying like, I'm going to blackmail you and say like we had like a relationship and like had like AI images of it or something. And the extortion was up to 61,000 at the point where he's like, I can't pay him, or we gotta like take this to court, like that you're doing this to me, like essentially, kind of a crazy situation.
What the hell were they going to extort if he was going all the way up to 61 before going to court with it? That's kind of insane. That's way deeper than I expected when you just told me. I was assuming it was just the new age of AI scamming people out their money, like those old ladies that get scammed when George Clooney hits them up for $100,000 because he lost his credit card.
I just love Gilbert Arenas' comments. On
Yeah,
this.
wasn't he like frying?
He said you got finessed by an AI snow bunny.
Yes,
the snow bunnies.
It's FN season for Gilbert Arenas.
I can't wait to see how they're going to respond to this one.
I just repopped it in our chat. I want to talk about the CBS Viewpoint thing. I don't know if you could bring it up. But they introduced it like they had like this new analytical way of like viewing the game.
Oh yeah,
they were going to show this thing called CBS Viewpoint. So I guess they debuted this during like I want to say a college game or something. But yeah, Don, if you could pull this up, I think it was Awful Announcing who drew the attention to it.
Can we pull it up?
Yeah, it's not trademarked.
What the shit?
Here we go.
Wait,
it's essentially just the game.
It's the game.
It's just the game, but like people as like player models.
They look like crash dummies.
Yeah, they took their faces. Not like this is like you got NAL. Well, we're gonna take all your likeness.
Yeah. Yeah, so they promo again. You saw that literally 20 seconds in promo to get to this. Like they have some new product that's like never been seen before.
They're just showing you what basketball is going to be in 20 years when it's all robots playing.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the Buffalo Robots plus 10 in the robot finals?
We'll be there someday.
Seriously.
I mean, this literally looks like the shit they do in Boston with the robotics.
Okay, and then I want to cue this one up for you guys from the college sphere while we're staying in there. We had two amazing quotes, and they're both kind of from different ends of the spectrum this past weekend. First was John Calipari on talking about the ridiculousness of NIL. Said that there was a 25-year-old man in the stands. Crazy thing is he said he has a baby mom in the stands. He goes, first off, that's a little crazy when you're in college and you have a baby mom. That's a little crazy. That's what he said. And he goes, the crazy thing is that he's using NIL for his first wife's alimony and he's still playing college basketball.
Yeah.
Are we nuts?
You could have just like not said anything, dude. I don't know. Like,
well, so the context is he was complaining about how old some of these players are, which I think is fair.
That's fair. You got like 50.
Some of these guys are like 25,
eligibility
26
thing
years
is
old.
throwing shit off. Like back in our day, and I say only like 10 years ago, like when you were in college and you were 23 or 24, you were like obscenely old.
You were
obscenely old and now it's you could be 25 to 27 and still be one of these college athletes.
Yeah. So
and then you get the rare case of like these 50-year-olds on some college programs as well.
Yeah, I think his thing is he's like these aren't kids, these are grown ass men.
Yeah,
it's like families and stuff. Like,
well, he has good context. He just did not say it very well.
I like the chirp.
I mean,
it's great. It's a great chirp, and Calipari is the perfect one to do it because, like, he basically wrote the book on like college, like scheming, basically with Kentucky. Are you kidding me? How he was able to get some of those rosters?
Yeah, he's talking.
And then on the other side of family, and speaking of Kentucky, Mark Pope just got into it with the reporter. The reporter laughed off Pope's reasoning, saying, "If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle." Pope replied, "If my aunt had balls, she'd probably molest me too."
I saw that. Yeah, wow. I got more heated. I'm pretty sure the athletic director had to come in and escort the coach out so he didn't say more bad things. I think the coach was so heated that he thought that was going to sound good. Like, it didn't sound good at all.
No, it didn't sound good at all.
You know, when you're like, yeah, well, if you're like dumb, then you're going to be dumber. Like,
you know, like crickets.
Yes, like pure crickets.
Well, it's pretty wild to be like, you know what? No, it'll teach him and really dig him is I'm going to say you're bad at your job because you were molested.
It's like a George Costanza
Yeah.
comeback when he says he's going to take that guy to the jerk store.
Yeah.
The jerk store,
And
Carl, they're running out of
everyone
you.
else is like, whoa.
It's like, what's the matter? You're the top seller.
Was there verbal gasps in this press?
I wish we could have seen, but yeah, it was crazy. 5 million views on that tweet alone. Kind of sells the
He
story.
really
there.
thought he did something.
Yeah, he did do something. It got
Why
on
was
this
it
show.
why
So
was
which
it on
is
his
more
mind?
ridiculous? So which is more ridiculous? The Mark Pope one, clearly, right?
Yeah. Why is that on his
Calamari
mind?
is just kind of being like a real dude in that situation.
Yeah. No, that's
All right,
Mark
speaking of being a
Pope's in
real dude,
trouble.
LeBron extends his United States 10-plus point streak to 1,276 games.
Goat.
Le Goat. Le Patriot, I would say.
Laid narrative.
Yeah,
How
he
about
wants to
my
put-
mom asking me that he did something? He do
That
something?
was so funny. Like that just shows it alone.
So for context at home, the night after
On
LeBron's
Friday, we were talking about how the streak ended.
streak ends, and I guess my mom sees the corporate media got to her. They got her with the clickbait because she asked me, didn't LeBron do something really brave and truly heroic last night? All he did was give up to make the right basketball play to win the game.
After going 4 of 17
yeah.
to not
Yeah.
get 10 points in the game for
Late
sure.
narrative.
Speaking of basketball yesterday, Desmond Bain, did you see the play? Someone on the
No.
Knicks was out of bounds.
Oh, yeah, I did see
And he
this.
just took
Oh,
the
wait,
ball,
yeah, you said.
And he just spiked it
Right in
off.
his face.
Like it was a legal play, so the ref like breaks it up right away or whatever. But it's like you never
He
see
just
that
threw
happen.
the
Like,
ball
it
out
was
of
just
bounds.
clearly
You see it often
when
where
he's going out of bounds.
yeah. But
So
no.
he kind of reversed it, and it was funny. Just unbelievable. Pure NBA like December content because it's just nonsense. 20-point game or something. And then never too old to learn, Slick. You're gonna learn this. Tyson getting taken to school by your boy Kona.
Yeah, being educated in the world of boxing. For me, the best. Can we pull this video up? Like it's that funny.
All right. Yeah. Let me.
It's in the chat. But why do you find it so funny while I pull it up?
The people will see because you see Connor going on these rants.
He could be
boxing.
talking to like a 14-year-old novice. And then it turns around and it's just Mike Tyson with the most stupified
He looks fascinated.
Yeah, absolutely enthralled
So,
in what's happening.
I wasn't surprised by the beginning of this video because I feel like I've seen McGregor do this exact same thing to like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Did I get you,
the
Donald?
Prince of Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Like teaching him how to shadow box, going in his thick Irish accent, probably yipped out of his mind. Look at this pan.
So I was doing this right.
All-time pan.
All-time
camera
pan.
Boxing way is a lot of people do this in boxing. They step forward, yeah. You jumped in. But then
You would think he's like right when he says a lot of people do this in boxing, yeah. You're like this guy, the guy that he's painting to is definitely just an actor or
Yeah,
something,
so
like not
like-
an athlete.
Like he's telling him what's
He's
up.
probably the best heavyweight boxer of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Connor, by the way, you're 0-1 in boxing. Just saying.
True. But he did get paid. Paid wise per
Lot of
fight, he's
money,
gonna
and that's probably
be
why-
number one all time.
Probably, and that's probably why he's never going to fight in the UFC again.
Makes sense. Later, one Bill Phil. Speaking of throwing punches, let's see who's hot and who's not in this week's segment brought to you by Salino Plumbing and HVAC-E. I have to give credit where it's due. He's throwing taunts and he's talking big. It's time. Shadur Sanders, he's hot. He didn't even win. That's how high he was in that
crazy.
game. So well done by Shadur and looking forward to seeing what he's going to be facing the Bills in 2 weeks.
And who'd they lose to? Ass. Yeah, not great.
And then not is whoever plays the train horn at the game. We got to figure out who that is.
Yeah, that's a real mishap.
They fumbled.
Big time fumble. Hot for me, the number 9, and I'm not talking about counting. J.J. McCarthy puts up a donut at home against the Commanders. People were saying this guy's going to have to change his nickname to 9 to 5 until yesterday. Not anymore. Not the best completion rating. Throws 3 touchdown passes. Vikings win 31-0. 9 is all the way hot. Who is not?
I think they said first team, it was either in 30 years or 13 years to be shut out and then shut out a team the next week, the Vikings. They were shut out last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is a crazy stat. Who is not? I was going to list some names actually from UFC matchmaking,
Not he was gonna.
Other things have occurred for me to just put down the whole company. There's a lot that's not hot about UFC right now. You had a pay-per-view to end the year on Saturday, 2 title fights. Supposed to be really good fights on paper. First title fight, Alejandro Pantoja, they said on commentary he dislocated his elbow 30 seconds in. It was like a Kevin Ware break of the arm on live television. So it was not a dislocation. The next title fight's a stinker with an unexpected winner. Also, you got Trump saying that the White House card, if it ever happens, is going to have, get this, 8 or 9 championship fights.
Sounds
that
genius.
would be every single weight class in the UFC. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. Probably going to have to talk with Dana about that one. Also, a lot of
Sounds
people,
like we're looking at a buy one, get one, 2-night extravaganza.
who would have thought with TKO? Also, the matchmaking that I was going to originally propose them for is because they announced 2 pay-per-views for the new year. You have an interim title fight of Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. Completely skipped over Arman Sarukian, who is definitely number 1 contender for that division. And then in the featherweight division, you have Alexander Volkanovski, featherweight GOAT, defending the title again against Diego Lopez, even though he just beat him by unanimous decision. And there's other contenders waiting at the helm, including an undefeated one from Britain. So not a lot of sense there, UFC. Make it make sense or just don't do it.
All right. So for my hot, we're going with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Great
Dude's
pick.
on fire right now. People are loving the doc. It's like Diddy's name is already bad, but everything in this documentary outside of the freak-offs is like really making everyone united on the internet that he's like not just like a criminal, but like a genuinely awful person. You got, Biggie's own mother saying she hates him in the documentary. And on top of that, everyone seems to be giving 50 his flowers. You got Taylor Swift fans now rallying around him.
What?
Because there's an old clip that was of him on MTV right after Kanye got on the stage, and 50 says, like, Beyonce's great, but you know what? Taylor's great too. And she's hot and she's new and she deserves that award. And she's like, and it's terrible because now when she thinks of her first Grammy, all she's going to think about is Kanye instead of the award. And he's like, I wish someone would give me an award and he'd get on stage and so I could sock him pretty much. So there's these old clips.
So he did what 50 Cent is just the smartest person ever, though. He was feuding with Kanye during this time when this happened. So it wasn't necessarily supporting Taylor as much as taking down Kanye, but now he's using it to show Taylor's
But now that he's back in the limelight, felt like we got Taylor fans being like, not only did he doxy, he was always a good guy and on our side. So, dudes, people are loving
be like the
50
most
Cent right now.
household-friendly gangster ever.
Yes. Candy shop.
Like moms love him.
Shot 9 times.
Yeah.
You ever heard any of his tracks before he got shot?
No.
His voice is very different. It's
Really?
similar, but it's different. Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if
It's
they.
interesting.
I
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a doctor, but
Check it out. I'll send you guys some stuff. All right. Who's not? ACC football. Now, this is interesting because as we've been doing this show and I've been looking online, the Notre Dame AD just went on television and said the ACC did permanent damage to its relationship with ND for all the anti-Irish playoff politicking, and the conference publicly leaned into that leading up to the selection show. We didn't appreciate that we were singled out repeatedly by people from the ACC. So ND really hates this conference, probably not going to schedule any games with them at least next year or for the future because Notre Dame, they kind of make their own schedule, right?
Yep.
Because they're not in a conference. So on top of that, you have the championship winner not even in the college football playoff. They had to throw Miami in there as like, this is the best we got. Conference is great basketball conference. Football really struggling. And it sucks because you had Clemson's, you had Syracuse that used to be a powerhouse, and it seems like Miami Georgia Tech even has some history, but they stink. They're not hot right now.
Yeah, there's a lot to crash out this past weekend about on Hot or Not, brought to you by our friends at Celino Plumbing HVAC-E. Well, we've got a big week ahead.
I'll tell you what wasn't hot real quick. Those wings, those were medium.
Oh my God, you're cooked. You were sweating, you were sniffling the whole time, and you were drinking. Big difference. With that said, we have a huge week ahead. So make sure you're strapped in on all things Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports. Any final thoughts before we sign off? Also, don't forget, if you have anything to crash out about, maybe the Sabres game tonight, call in our crash out line. Don't crash out online, crash out on our line, 716-226-6263. Any final thoughts, boys?
Yeah, I mean, 'tis the season. Enjoy it. You know, we got NFL head into the playoffs soon. I love this time of year because in less than 2 weeks, we got the college football playoff bowl games right smack dab up against Christmas. We got New Year's. It's truly one of the best times of the year. And just stay sexy out there.
Slickmas is on the horizon.
Sounds ominous.
That's not a spoiler.
Is
That's
that a
a
threat?
warning, folks. Make sure you're tuned in for all things you don't want to miss out. Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports. Go have a great rest of your week. And, of course, start with a good day now.